at the heart of success in any business is the drive, the intestinal fortitude of its leaders. That's fundamental. Drive without proper strategy and without the correct information to make that strategy is not going to be enough. It's too competitive out there. We have to assume our best competitors are going to be as driven as us. They're going to want to win just as much as we do. We have to marry that drive with strategy, and that strategy has to be based on information, real information. I'm Jay Turo, CEO and co-founder of Guiding Metrics. We say that business intelligence is a place where old school meets new school. I love old school. I have 7 and 9-year-old sons, and I explain to them old school values of personal integrity, of discipline, of work ethic, of doing the right thing, of taking the time to do things correctly. That's fundamental to any business, and that will always be the case. And then there's the new school world. And the new school is how we do business today. We're knowledge workers. What that means is that you're interfacing with a piece of technology to do the primary flow of your work. It can be a desktop computer. Increasingly, it's a mobile computer carried in your pocket. You're jumping over the course of your business day from different software as services, whether it be LinkedIn or Facebook or Salesforce, or you're doing searches on Google, checking your digital PBX system to see who called and at what time. You're checking the clicks to your website. You're checking the scores for your customer service. You're looking at your defect rates. You're looking at your returns. You're looking at the career satisfaction, the performance of your people. So this data exists all around you. So in the old school way, all that work was done outside of the main flow of the business. Executives would go off site and they would engage in strategic planning sessions. And these sessions could go on for a number of days, and then they'd come up with ideas, and then they'd come back to the business and then run the business. And that's where you get these expressions, the strategic plan just sits on the shelf, because the strategy was done outside of the business. The new school way is the strategy exists in the systems that we're utilizing to run our business. The strategy exists in our email programs, in MailChimp, or Constant Contact. The strategy exists in our Salesforce databases, our customer relational databases, CRM, in Salesforce and Infusionsoft and Sugar CRM. Our strategy resides in our financial accounting software that for the most part runs on the cloud. Sage, QuickBooks, the way that we interface with our customers, Zendesk, the marketing that we're doing, whether it be via Google and AdWords, whether it be with Facebook Analytics. And all that strategy, that's how we're doing business. And the promise of business intelligence is that you can do all that in real time. You can do strategy every day. You don't need to go off-site. You don't need to have your plan sit on the shelf. It can exist right in the here and now, and it can be done on an ongoing basis. That's really, really powerful. And the companies that do that well, they'll have a massive advantage. What Guiding Metrics does is it takes all of that, and Lord of the Rings, it's the one ring to rule them all. It takes all of that technology and it brings it together in one visualization, one dashboard that lets us know what's happening everywhere in the business. You think about e-commerce and how many of us, we default to Amazon because their pricing and the service experience is so much better than virtually any other company out there. Why Amazon is able to do that? Because that's a company that's built on analytics. It's built on business intelligence. They know exactly what the profitability of that company is at any given moment. So if we don't do things as a company to compete with that, then we have no shot. We have no shot. Now that's the negative. The positive is that there are tools out there, that best of breed tools that we can access that are used by the Amazons, the Googles of the world, the same tools to analyze data that they can be implemented in a business of any size. And that's why it's so exciting to lead a company like Guiding Metrics, because not only can we provide massive value for our clients, but we can do so in a way that it's sustainable. It's a software as a service. There's a recurring dynamic. There's value being added every month. We can get paid for that. And that's very exciting in terms of building customers and having customers for a lifetime. I often think of my grandfather and 41 years working at a market that supported 3 families that lived above that market, and how the first day he took off was the day that my father graduated from law school, the first one in the family to go to college and go to law school. And I think about the power of how that business and the work ethic of my grandfather, how that business supported so many people and made so many dreams come true. It wasn't until in starting our company and having a few dozen people working for us and having payroll come every other week, and that I really start to get the pressure and the responsibility that is involved in being a business owner. To have families that are able to basically have a life because a business is successful. It really informs my passion for guiding metrics in what we do, because these tools will help companies do better. Really, the majority of companies don't make it. That's the cold, hard fact of business. The significant majority of companies never make it past a year, past 5 years, past 10 years. And that's a lot of pain, that's a lot of opportunity cost, that's a lot of dreams deferred. And to the degree that our tools allow companies to make it, that's very validating. In my mind, that's professional work that for a lifetime. But to tie it all together and have that opportunity is really powerful. It's a lot of fun.